So we're here at Telestream, and one of the new things that's coming out that they're previewing, that's going to be released very, very soon, is Episode, the new version of Episode, and Episode Engine, Episode Pro. And if you don't know what Episode is, it's really the high-end compression solution. I mean, you can use compressor, and compressor's great. There's a lot of other options too, but this is really where, if you want all the control that you can have, if you want to have all the power, this is the place to go. So the cool thing about Episode, or the new version, is a nodal interface for exactly how all of this stuff is going to fit together. So what you can do is you can say, I got my files here, and they're going to go out to these different compressions, and then they're going to be sent out to these different locations, the deployment on other drives, on other, different file formats, different file size, all of those things are being sent out, and you control it with a visual nodal interface. And I know some of you are a little scared of nodes. I'm just telling you that once you get used to them, being able to see where everything's going rather than all these drop downs is a huge step forward. Now, there's a lot of other things going on right now. You can do one-click clustering, which means that you can very quickly use all the machines in the office. There's automatic FTP and YouTube uploads. They now have the Episode engine for the PC. So there's a lot of new things that are coming for Episode as well. It is really worth checking out. So once again, Telestream, and what you're looking for is Episode. So we're still here at Telestream, and what we're talking about here is Wirecast. Now, you probably have heard me talk about it before. We use Wirecast for all of our live streaming for a lot of our corporate clients and so on and so forth to do the compression and upload to the various servers. One of the big advantages is not only can you mix a bunch of live cameras, add lower thirds, add graphics, add digital sets, but you can also stream to multiple locations. And so you can send them out to Ustream and out to BitGravity and out to all the other places. Whatever you can set each one of them up and have one computer doing the mix, adding the graphics, and uploading it. And so this is, there's a new version coming out, which is the Pro version, which is going to handle more of the SDI stuff. You'll be able to have multiple SDI cards where you can bring in a whole bunch of cameras. That's been one of the big problems that we've had, is being able to get lots of the same SDI cameras into a single box. And that's coming with the Pro version. That's going to be out very, very soon. So another thing they're adding is scoreboards and a lot of other things that people want as they start to mix this down. If you're looking for an all-in-one solution and you just, you don't have the money to get a hardware mixer, there are a lot of advantages, but if you don't have it and you're trying to fit all of that stuff into a small platform, into your desktop and be able to stream to multiple locations, definitely check out Wirecast. So we're here at Sys Live, and a lot of what we do in the Pixel Core is do a lot of live mixes for corporate clients, for ourselves, and a lot of times we're trying to get into a very small container. So we're trying to figure out how to get it into something that we can just open up, plug some inputs in, and move on. And that is what this route case does really well. Now, this is taking the Panasonic, and I can't remember the letters, but AWF50 or whatever, the brand new Panasonic that's just tiny, and putting it into a full-featured case. So what you have is you've got your 4 inputs that are up here like this. You've got of course, your program and your preview, and you've got audio in. Now, the audio is not going to be embedded into the SDI, but that's actually not that bad of a deal, because what you can do now is delay your audio and then re-embed it into the SDI on the way out. Of course, you have 4 channels coming in, SDI. You also have a DVI input that you can mix into there. You have a key fill function, so you can take 2 of those and really get both full graphics package going into it. You've got 2 SDIs coming out, or 3 SDIs total that are coming out of here. It's got tally, all of the basic stuff that you'd expect to have in one of these little mixers. It's an amazing amount of data that all fits into one mixer that's simply going to close down. When it's closed down, it looks like this. And now the important thing here is that, I'm holding this with one hand. And this is something that I can actually carry onto a plane. I'm not worried about having to check it. I can actually bring it along with me, open it up. One of the things that I really like that they've added here is that the interface for all of my cabling is actually on the front. If you've ever had someone change up your signal on the way in and you're trying to figure out what's going on and you're reaching over and trying to grab onto that is not something that I'm usually pretty excited about. So having all of this interface right on the top, while it may look a little bit messy here, it is really putting the stuff that you have to work with right in front of you. So once again, this is called the route case. It's Sys Live. These are brand new. I think they've got like 8 of them that they built. Definitely check it out if what you're doing is a lot of mobile mixing. So we're here at Avi West, and as many of you know, we have a live U-Box that we like a lot, and it's really freed us up to cover a lot of things that we just wouldn't cover before. Problem is that we were thinking of bringing it here for IBC, and it was was too big. It was too big for us to bring with us, and we really wished it was a little bit smaller. And while we still are going to be using that a lot, one of the things that I have to admit we're looking at with hungry eyes is this IBIS DMNG. Now, this is Digital Mobile News Gathering. And what you have here is an SDI input. So you've got SDI input. You also have composite. You have analog audio in. So you have all the basic things that you'd expect to get in there. You'll notice that there's an Ethernet there. You can hook this up and actually stream through an Ethernet. But more importantly, you have a bunch of, if you look at here, we've got a bunch of USB slots. Now, what do you put in those USB slots? Well, that's up to you. If you want to if you want to do 4 modems, so you can actually put 4 modems in there, bond them together, and get up to 5 megs coming out of this guy. You can also, put in a Wi-Fi card, so you can actually use Wi-Fi to stream. There is a lot of options. You can record to SD card here, so you can be recording your stream to H.264 on the box, and also streaming either through mobile, either a modem that's popping up or a Wi-Fi connection. And so it is just an amazing little box that really has. Now there's a server end of this on the other side, and it's kind of hidden over there. And so that server is going to catch that. So you're going to put that in your video village or your video system back at the home office. You're going to stream this, and this is a proprietary codec that's going to send it out there. It's got an SDI out, which you can then reintegrate with the rest of your video editing system. So, the package is going to run you, instead of renting it or a lot of the other options, it's going to run you approximately $25,000 for the pair. But if you get a bunch of these together, it's going to bring the overall price down because you only need 1 server box. Eventually, very soon, they're going to actually have up to 4 of these being able to interface with a single server box. So if you're watching, yeah, you're going to want to check this thing out. So anyway, once again, this is Avi West, and this is called the IBIS DMNG.